Okay. I left off with saying that I don't feel like I would be in a position where, like, I'm not going to get into like the specific reason or the specific event that prompted me to make that promise to do this, but and I'm not trying to sort of like renege like what I was going to do. Uh, what's going to happen over the course of the next I would hope between a few months, if not years, is like there was a book that she may have been looking for, and I'm just gonna start off by saying like this isn't it. I may go into like what led me to the decision to my decision to sort of like want to be an aspiring writer. That's also, I mean, just didn't have to do with like two deaths in the family, but it also had to do with my experience with how I decided to cope with like some of the things that some of the shit that hit the fan in my life. And when you think of someone who's abused drugs, my my professor in college made a point where like everybody who's everybody has like done it. And if you look into like musicians especially, like rock stars or authors, anybody like in the arts field, like actors, I mean, because that's basically like celebrities for the most part. You have politicians, but celebrities are entertainers. And when you think of the entertainment industry, that's the second biggest industry, right before like weapons and like military. And that sort of, you think of the early days of Saturday Night Live and how Chris Farley died. But there's a lot of people, a lot of celebrities that have been through that. So at the time when I was talking to her, I sort of regret going through that phase. And part of what she said to me, kind of, I gave myself the excuse. Okay, I mean, if Bob Dylan used heroin, then like, um, I'll like experiment with like, that's a I got story on top of story. And I mean, that's probably the easiest book I can write. Everything that led up to my near-death experience. But so yeah, with this book, it's going to start off by saying, yeah, this is like, even though it may have been, I may have been inspired to write a book about like the death of a family member, or the second one compared to the first one, on 9/11. It is sort of like more of a vehicle. It could be a few vehicles. I was reading LL Cool J's autobiography. It's I Make My Own Rules, and the book started off with the fact that he was going to therapy, and he was like going through experiences that he writes about, like child abuse. And I just actually, not to cut this off, but I'm going to be done with this video before this battery is over, or the battery runs out. But you know what, I'm going to take care of this battery situation, and then once I'm done with that, it'll be one less distraction. And when I start the next video, it'll be on making my own rules.